No. Why? Were you expecting me to?
Yeah, I was expecting you to start up and go bam, bam, dun,
Bam,
dun,
bam. Bam,
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 dun,
bam. Dun,
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 dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun,
dun,
dun.
dun, dun. How do you feel, Eric? Are you a bad boy?
I'm a bad boy for life.
So, Eric, I have just contacted your wife, and I told her right now is a good time to search, go through your search history where you are looking up old pictures of Natty.
Marcus, you know, anytime someone does a search for Natty Neidhart pictures, Marcus, you do that in the private browser so no one can have your search history. That's how you do it, Marcus. Ain't nobody gonna get caught looking for
Hold on.
You're in incognito mode.
Incognito mode.
You went incognito mode, but this sounds like you've done this more than once looking pictures of Natty.
Nah, man. Not today, Satan. You
Eric,
ain't
explain to the world your new addiction to lunch lady porn.
Oh, Marcus, that was your addiction that you brought up.
It's not an addiction, damn it, if you only do it every now and then. I dabble, okay? Okay? I like my lunch cookies, and I like my lunch lady cookies, okay?
We've already derailed from this show. I mean, it was the epic return of Mr. Jey Uso himself. He came through with maybe a little bit of more post-traumatic stress for Roman by coming through the crowd to remind him of his days in the Shield. I don't know what's going on, but since we still don't have an opening, I guess we can really take this thumbnail off and just go from there, right? I mean,
I was curious what Manny was going with the Paul Heyman's having a rough week, but let's start the show. Bring us up. Let's put the intro. Oh.
Yeah. Where's the intro at, Marcus?
The following intro is still under construction.
Uh-huh. Anyway, welcome to the show. I am Eric.
I'm starting it off hot. You don't even get to say your name before I say fuck you.
Betty, what did we say in the pre-show? That the first 30 seconds you're supposed to go without cussing. And I think Marcus has already shadow banned us again.
No, it's 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes.
Oh, well, okay? It's too late. Marcus cussed already.
By the way, that's what she said, Betty. It's 2 minutes. It's fine. It's fine. Always insert that's what she said jokes in there.
You know what, though? Let me tell you.
So good.
Hey, them sex mints afterwards, man, they really will. You know, we just got it in here. Have a bit so you don't taste like me no more.
You want to know what my problem with dropping those 2 minutes like you got to do it? It's thinking about Bobby Lashley 4 hours later.
You know.
That really bugs me.
It's supposed to be the other way around. You're supposed to go 4 or 5 hours and then think about Bobby Lashley in 2 minutes.
No. I got 2 minutes. I got 2 minutes. Threw my 35.2 pumps in there. And then 4 hours later after my nap, I go, fuck, Bobby Lashley. Damn. Bobby who? Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley. Hey, what you doing? Man, I'm thinking about Bobby Lashley right now. I don't know why I'm thinking about Bobby Lashley, but he all on my mind. Speaking of
Lashley.
So there's a lot to talk about. There's a few things because, I was on the Twitterverse, and the Twitterverse was like, oh, WWE star has torn their ACL, will be missing action, right? And so you have to click the link, right?
You don't have to click those links.
You do, because you want to know who got hurt. You want to know who got hurt. Marcus.
No, I don't care. I don't trust dirt sheets anymore. They're a bunch of lies. Unless it comes from the Wall Street Journal, it ain't fact.
Well, Marcus, the person who tore their ACL, they are in Black History Month. They are black. So, Marcus, are you saddened by the ACL tear of Amari Miller from NXT fame of jobbing to the likes of Elektra Lopez, a.k.a. Technically, I think this is why Miss Shake Shoulders is jobbing to everybody right now, Marcus. Amari Miller is gone. I can't remember her name. The Shake Shoulders lady,
The bird lady?
Yeah, the bird lady.
What did you call her? What is she? Charlie Murphy out there?
I don't know what her name is. She just be, hey, like she was out there this week on NXT with a whole new tag partner or somebody trying to help her, and she just out there, hey, shaking shoulders.
Shaking my shoulders.
But Marcus, are you going to be saddened by the injury of Amari Miller?
It hurts. It hurts a little bit because you know what? Now it just cuts one less black woman off of NXT. Now the only black woman, strong, independent, Nubian princess I have to root for on NXT.
Newbie and Princess.
It's so Roka.
Not even Jade Cargill, huh?
I like that Manny. I realized where that was going. As soon as I said Nubian Princess, he was like, shit.
Manny, let me guess. He called her a Nubian Princess beforehand?
No, he didn't. But I knew where he was going because we had this discussion on Thursday where he changed his tune completely on Sol Ruka. Like, he was a little bit positive about her a couple of weeks ago. But since that Saturday show where we found out that Black History Month poster of NXT with her next to Scripps, I said, Marcus has shown a new light.
So, in other words, Marcus, you're racist. You became a fan
I'm not a racist.
You became a fan of Sol Ruka for the simple reason
No,
that you knew
I
had
believe
a black caddy.
I believe that she's been a talented woman from the very start, and I've been saying it from the beginning. And that she had to come from so much adversity of being a black woman as a young lady. Because no one is unheard like a black woman. So therefore, I am here to support our sisters in their journey through the wrestling world. And I appreciate Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Sol Ruka and their courage to stand up in a predominantly male-dominated white environment, that these strong black women are excelling and succeeding in this field.
But I noticed you didn't say Mercedes Varnado, so you don't support her in her quest to bring the color to New Japan Pro Wrestling and be its savior, to bring it to notoriety?
She all right.
She all right. So, Manny, you are kindred spirit. You know who I am because you saw this story in the mid-card match, and you said, I know Eric is going to talk about this, and Marcus, it's funny that you sing money, money, money. Apparently, WWE, this week on Monday Night Raw, you saw the departure of JBL from Baron Corbin. It appears that Baron Corbin, a performer that I enjoy, is no longer sitting on top of the world anymore because Triple H apparently is over him. He felt that it wasn't working, and they're kind of done with Corbin because they says that he has had so many gimmick changes, but nothing is working, and they felt like they've given him all the tools to succeed, but he's failing at that. I totally disagree. They have put this man with some of the worst gimmicks ever, and they expect him to flourish in this way, and I just don't agree with that. Manny, do you think they presented Baron Corbin in the best light that they could have?
They've done everything they could possibly can have done with this man. I don't know what else you can do. I think it's time. It's played out. He couldn't even get Roman over.
It's dog food on Roman. He created the monster that Roman is now. That dog food was the transformation.
It's over for him. It is probably time. They've spent enough time on him. It was like 5 to 6 years.
It's been a while.
Probably more than that.
Probably a decade. Probably 10 years.
So, Boris, I give a question to you then. After WrestleMania, after we attend WrestleMania in Los Angeles, and we know we have our friendly release cycle post WrestleMania. If Baron Corbin's name is mentioned, if he's signed by AEW, will fans cheer him then?
No.
AEW. No, that's not. He's not Tony's type. He's over 6 feet tall. Tony only likes little man and little tights.
But he's not even Tony's type because he's proper WWE homegrown. Type.
Yeah,
like that. That's he's risen through the Performance Center.
I'm 90% sure. Tony Khan may have never even watched a Baron Corbin match. He doesn't like these guys. He doesn't like the bigger guys and stuff like that. But I felt they did do a disservice to Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin has something that was working, and it was bum-ass Corbin and him and McAfee. If he just stayed the bum, it would have been entertaining. But then they gave him money, and then it didn't make sense. And they gave him Madcap Moss. It didn't work. There are moments where Baron Corbin was actually useful. I just feel like the pairing with him and JBL was such a disconnect, and it didn't seem like it would work in the first place. I didn't understand what they were doing together.
He's on record, though, to say that he was hoping that wouldn't have gone on as long as it did. Because he had to live that way. He had to live with the sides of his hair.
That's also true. I can understand being bum-ass Corbin was kind of difficult for somebody. But someone who had a very difficult week on both Monday and Friday was the advisor to the tribal chief because, this week Roman had off. So he sent his advisor to go talk to Cody, which they had a heartfelt moment on Monday Night Raw, which felt really nice and genuine. And then people fucked things up. It was just like, what are you doing? And can we get a shout out to Cody's coat? I mean, his neck tattoo was ugly, but that's a nice ass coat. And
he's a well-dressed man.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give Cody credit. He was able to tell a story. They felt emotional. Hell, they should have gave awards. But then we go to Friday night, where Paul Heyman is doing his dog and pony show again, and he is greeted by the ex-member of the Bloodline, Sammy. And they have their altercation, and pretty much he just says to him, you know what? You don't have to worry about Cody because I'm going to take the titles from your tribal chief at Elimination Chamber. Marcus, did you like this segment with Sammy and Paul Heyman to begin Friday Night SmackDown?
Yeah, I thought it set the stage for the night that the Bloodline isn't here. Paul's kind of by himself. Jay's by himself. It's just Jay and Paul. That's the Jimmy and Paul. And it's a rare combination of the Bloodline where only two of them were there. It set the stage up for the night of what's going to happen next and who the characters are. Paul does an excellent job on the microphone as always. Not as good as his Monday where he decided to to give us a retelling of Dusty Rhodes' last living conversation of Tony Rhodes being his favorite son, but Roman Reigns being the son he always wanted, which I think Dusty deserves to burn in hell for some shit like that, if those are your last words.
Well, Marcus, first of all, you can't say if those words were true or not. This is one man who's known to lie.
Eric, I looked at Paul Heyman in the eyes when he said it, and I know he was telling the truth. I know it. They were shooting from the hip.
Cody wouldn't have reacted that way of pulling him in and going, all I want to do is win a wrestling championship. And you guys are making it personal.
Can I give a shout out to Cody Rhodes' lip quiver when it shook? I was like, oh man, this man trying to act right here. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I believe it was true.
That's more real. Cody's an emotional guy.
He's emotional. Eric, you've seen his promos. This man gets really emotional in every single promo he gets. He's basically Sasha Banks or Charlotte Flair out there after every NXT match they had. Just tears all the time.
Sasha Banks is dead inside. She ain't got no feelings.
She cried after every NXT match she had.
So Manny,
crocodile tears.
Manny, you have Sammy, you have Paul, and then earlier this week you had Cody and Paul. Overall, what did you think of the SmackDown segment, and do you think it was fair for Sammy to have to try to compete with the emotional segment that Cody and Paul did on Monday?
I don't think he can necessarily compare the two because they're two different situations. Whereas Cody won the Royal Rumble, and they're trying to make something where like. Paul Heyman, during the trial of Sami Zayn, wanted to kill Sami Zayn. He wanted Sami Zayn dead, much like the ECW chants that he received during Raw 30. So I think they were a little bit different because obviously Sami Zayn's now been exiled and been told that to enjoy his last living days with his family because he's going to get murdered at the Elimination Chamber.
I mean, I thought both segments did a really good job. I thought the segment on Raw did a good job, really pointing out that people have turned against Cody, and they want Sammy to be the one to fight. And he acknowledges that.
I think. Oh, you talking about Cody?
Yeah, I'm talking about Cody, and he acknowledges that to the effect that, yeah, I understand what you want, and when he says that, I don't know what is going to be anybody else's fate for WrestleMania, but I know what road I'm on. And so he put some mystique in there that Sammy could do the unthinkable and take the titles away from Roman.
Well, I disagree with what you said there. Kind of, I think I disagree. I don't know. But I think that the crowd does not just want Sammy to win. But after the promo on Raw, I think they're also rooting for Cody to beat Roman. They want either one of these two to whoop Roman's ass. And I think by them making it so personal and Cody getting so emotional about just wanting to win wrestling championship. You know, that would be my dream as a wrestler. Why do you have all these dramatic storylines? I just want to win a wrestling championship. Why the hell are you trying to kill me and I'm trying to kill you and we run around? Why is everything so personal? And then Sammy, who is this is more personal than it is with Cody, because he wants to take everything, because he just wanted to be a family with the bloodline. He just wanted to be a part of the group.
Yeah, he just wanted to be accepted.
Yeah, and I think Sammy is the most over babyface in the company right now, but I also think the fans are also rooting for Cody. I think the fans have accepted that Sammy does not have a chance, but they still want to see the match anyway.
Were you disappointed with the Sammy that you got this Friday night? Because I think the Sammy that became beloved to the fans was the happy, kind of goofy, go lucky. This was a very serious, emotionally scarred type Sammy when he was confronting Paul Heyman. I mean, he was betrayed. Do you miss that fun-loving, happy-going Sami Zayn, or you're okay with this iteration that you have of him?
No, because I think Sammy pulled it off with him just being scorned and out for revenge. I bought it, and it's hard for it. It felt true to the character that he wouldn't be out there dancing and acting a fool and talking about conspiracies and saying yeet and oos and all that. And we ain't got time for that. I'm here for revenge.
But did it take away, because like Sammy obviously made the joke about the way Paul looks at Roman looking a bit creepy. Did that take away? Because obviously that was a little bit of comedy thrown into this, like, you guys made me the villain, so I had to get myself out by turning on Roman.
No, I think it looks silly. I thought it was on point because he was acknowledging the weirdness of the bloodline, that the Paul does look at Roman with those long, loving eyes, and he needs it. He needs that man. That man is his meal ticket. This is his last chance of survival, or whatever he's looking at him for. And the other way, on the flip side of that, it seems why you're out. It seemed like it felt like a cult. Like everybody was just following this man, and I needed to get out of that.
Moving on with SmackDown, Manny, I'm going to have almost an impossible question for you to answer right here.
Man, you can answer it.
Which did you care less about? Hit Row going against Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, or the Viking Raiders confronting Drew McIntyre and Sheamus after the match? Which one were you like, I just don't need this in my
Eric,
life?
This isn't an impossible question because the answer is both.
This isn't a movable force, we say a movable object. Or whatever.
And I know it's Black History Month, and I know Hit Row probably should have taken a win here. But at the moment Tahuti Miles, or wherever he's called, Ashanti the Adonis, put his hands on
you done dug up Tahuti Miles' name.
I wanted him destroyed. I was like, how dare you? This guy is a former Thunderdome champion.
I just sit here to myself, and I'm like, man, April 3rd can't come soon enough. Because, I mean, Triple H got to right this row. They got to go, man. And Marcus, I don't normally acknowledge this, but Hit Row ain't nothing without Swerve. And I don't even like Swerve. I can't stand the money mogul, whatever he is right now. But, man, he is missing from this group right now. It's like when Top Dollar lost all that weight, he lost everything else that he had with him. Marcus, but you make the impossible choice. The Viking Raiders or the match between Hit Row and Sheamus and Drew McIntyre?
I'm going to say Hit Row and Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, but the new and improved Viking Raiders again against the Sheamus and Drew McIntyre intrigued me. I think it's going to be a hard-hitting affair, and I think it's a match that people are sleeping on, even though I think no one and their mama cares about the Viking Raiders no matter what they do. But I think this is going to be the match. If this match that they have next week is it the banger after banger after banger that Sheamus always promised, then I think the new and improved Viking Raiders will be out with Baron Corbin and Hit Row.
Marcus, it's funny how you said no one cares about the Viking Raiders, but I know something people don't care about more, and that was this right here. This happened, and Lacey Evans had a match against this poor soul right here. I don't think anybody needed this. I would have went to the bathroom. Marcus, can she also be released? Because I feel like I was watching SmackDown and I was like, all these people need to be let go on coming up to this. Thank you, Manny, because I'm still trying to find where to click. After WrestleMania, I don't need Lacey Evans in my life no more.
You can't find the click, huh?
Thinking about lunch ladies, man, got me all messed up, brother.
Can't find the click. I ain't had no problem with this squash match. I'll be honest. I didn't have a problem. I thought Lacey did a good job in beating this woman up, and let Lacey live. Let her live, okay? She is doing. I have never had a personal problem with Lacey Evans. I just feel like that they give her nothing to do each and every week.
No, because I feel like she's the exact same situation as Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
I think she's had so many runs at this. I know a lot of it has been circumstance because she got pregnant, and then whatever she had going with Ric Flair got pushed to the side.
Manny, that was bad.
That was bad, but like she was still the sassy Southern Belle, which was the thing that was like the only thing that they have done with her that has actually worked in a way, in comparison to everything else that has like clearly failed. So I feel like she is in the same sinking boat with Baron Corbin.
I think they might as well be paired together and just go downhill with that. So somebody who I feel like their stock is on the rise though, and I really thought about making a countdown timer or like a day counter, like we had this many days without an incident. That's Chelsea Green. I'm enjoying what she's doing on Monday Night Raw and also
when you
SmackDown.
say incident, you mean injury. Right?
Yes, that's what I mean. Like, we have now been 14 days since she's been hired by WWE. She has not been injured yet.
I'm just saying, Chelsea Green stay healthy on the indies. It was just when she tried to show up on the main roster overall. She's not injury prone.
But Marcus, the thing about it is that she is doing the Carmella gimmick better than Carmella. That's why Mella is money once again. I really like what she's doing. And then she's also kind of like Sonya. She's just delusional. She had multiple chances to get into this elimination chamber, but she didn't make it. But
I think what Marcus said is better. I think she's a better Britt Baker.
She is. And she looks better than Britt Baker. And let's not even talk. Well, we will talk about it a little bit. What they do.
Hold on. I want to add this about Chelsea Green. Top 5 best women in WWE. Personality wise, because she's like you got your Biancas, your Rheas, your Charlotte, and then who else has a personality or a character you actually kind of care about in the women's division?
Asuka, she can pump her down. She might.
Asuka ain't doing shit though. Asuka ain't doing shit. Asuka got the work from Chelsea Green. Asuka got that business. She ain't want none of that smoke. Asuka was supposed to do her Undertaker role and got worked. If it wasn't for Chelsea being distracted by lunch lady Natty in her hat.
We're not there yet.
Shower cap.
So Manny, you strike me as a man who leaves voicemails and tell people, "Hey, call me back" and all that. Have you ever been?
Excuse me, Eric. Do not put me in the same vein and same age demographic as you. I do not leave voicemails.
Well,
How
Marcus,
dare
you?
you?
Might leave a voicemail from time to time.
Eric, you leave voicemail message that says, "How you doing? Hi, this is me, Eric." Even though we all know it's you, and then you end it by reading your phone number and saying, "God bless." That's how old you are.
No, so you call me a progressive commercial guy. Pretty much.
Yeah, but you also add "God bless" at the end, and I don't think no one needs that. You add "God bless you." You end it with a prayer, and that's 20 seconds too long.
The thing is, Jimmy tried to find Jay. He left voicemails. He said he even called Jay's wife, and they just ain't talking to him. But he was going to go down there and fight by himself. Go fight by himself, and the next thing you know, this man shows up through the crowd. Amped up, ain't talked to anybody, but they were still able to click, and arguably this was the best match on SmackDown because I really thought this was gonna be a title dumping, but it wasn't. This was actually an enjoyable match that I actually got behind, and once again, I hate that finisher that they're trying to do, but this was just as good as when Pretty Deadly had lost all their hope, but then found it when they won. I mean, I enjoyed this tag match. Oh, that was more Danhausen. Never mind.
That was more Wolfpack? I don't even know what you did with that.
So what did you think of this tag?
I think you'd be the worst possible ghost. I know we bring up ghosts a lot lately, but you'd be a terrible ghost. Woo! That just was the terrible. However, just be like, go away. Leave me alone, Casper.
You were talking about Gen X ghosts and stuff like that. He'd be a goth ghost.
Oh no, I'll be a petty ass ghost, man. I would take your toilet paper from you when you go to the toilet. She'd be like, I thought I had a full roll of toilet paper. What happened to
What
me?
the fuck?
Yeah. Make your ass have to duck walk.
What the hell's going on around here? I'm telling you, there's some spooky shit going on in my house. I'll tell you that right now. I bought the strong, the long lasting toilet paper. I can't believe it's gold. Can't believe it. I'm just gonna get a bidet, and then my toilet breaks.
The spooky shit, huh?
Yeah, this is some spooky ass shit.
So what did you think about this tag match, Marcus, and the Jay showing up for his payday?
I'm going to tell you this right now, and because you just simplify this as Jay Uso, main event Jay Uso showing up for the payday, I thought it was deeper than that. I don't think we've ever had a tag team that was in a heel faction that the people cheered louder for when Jay showed up, because they're technically heels, and then you get the emotion them embracing it. It was like I actually got emotional because I can imagine me going, damn, I ain't talked to Eric and Ryan in a long time, and we need to do a show, and I'm about to do a show by myself, but they haven't answered their fucking phone calls in weeks and weeks. And then they show up right when I needed them the most. I got a little emotional when Jay showed up.
Manny, before you go, Marcus, I feel like you disrespected Manny in this situation because you put Ryan in there, and I feel like you talked to Manny more than you talked to your own blood brother. And I think Manny should be included in that conversation instead of Ryan showing up. Because if Ryan showed up, I'll probably be disappointed. But Manny, go ahead.
I roll my eyes right away if he showed up. Be like, oh man, we lost.
You know what he just described about? Oh, I've got to wait for so and so to turn up. This is you every week.
It is you.
It gets to about 1:45 before we go live, and I'm like, is he gonna? Do I have to wake him? Do I have to ring him?
Manny,
hey, Manny, when a man needs sleep, a man needs sleep. Okay.
Was it about?
Yeah, but
2
you're
months
my
ago?
brother. When I call you,
I was here right off the jump today. Right off the jump.
But Manny, wasn't it 2 months ago that we actually called him on the phone to wake him up? Like you lied. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying.
Did I not show up? Did I not show up?
The call was literally on air. I'm up.
But, Manny, let me ask a question.
I was set up, yo.
Match aside. Afterwards, I think this was the thing that I thought was even more. Sammy telling Jay, I acknowledge you. I felt that was probably the best thing that took place all on SmackDown because it was storytelling. It was planting a seed. I don't know what's going to happen. Is Jay going to cost Roman the titles? Is he going to cost Sammy the titles? Will it be Sammy versus Cody at WrestleMania for one of the titles? This could be a way with the titles. What do you think is going to happen, Manny?
So I enjoyed the seed that was planted prior to that moment, which Jay telling Jimmy, I've always got you. You're my brother. And then you got Paul Heyman lurking behind a pillar.
Oh.
Listening.
Oh.
And then, was that Jay?
Was that Jay? What did he say? Oh my God, what did he say?
Nothing. He just left. But then I acknowledge you part. It just felt so sincere because like the storytelling continues online. Like you saw Sammy find a picture, a cloth saying, "Are you feeling oozy or something?" in his home, and then he posted that, and it's like, "Oh, times have changed" and stuff like that. And then previous, you had Jay saying he's out. The storytelling is continuing outside of TV, and it's adding everything, and it's the best story in WWE history, I think.
And also, let's not discredit the announcers and the stories that they're telling because they were painting that narrative all night long about Jay and Jimmy being actual brothers and pointing out that Roman is just a cousin and stuff like that. I was like, oh, we're really doing a great job of laying a foundation of someone betraying somebody. And I was like,
we called him an abusive cousin.
Yeah. I would like to say, with the Usos not being in Montreal due to their Montreal ban, similar to myself, who is also banned, how do you betray him? How does Jay betray Sammy?
He does solo.
This way.
It's solo.
Yeah, but solo means nothing.
Why?
Solo
Why
means
doesn't
nothing.
No,
What I mean, solo means nothing in the context of the story. It's all about Sammy and the Usos and Roman Reigns.
I feel like the Sammy promo yesterday, was the one that added Solo a bit more because he said when Solo was hanging with me and started to be able to think for himself, that's when Roman pulled him in closer, so he didn't think for himself. So Roman did all the thinking. Roman called all the shots. So at that point, he's talking about the bloodline being in so disarray. You don't know who's where, who's in the bloodline still. Is the bloodline still a thing?
Yeah.
So it makes it way more interesting because like is Solo going to help Roman or is he not going to help Roman?
And because also remember, Marcus, think about this too. Jay is the oldest brother. He is main event Jey Uso. Solo is his brother. Sammy acknowledging him. We are not to say maybe Jay calls Solo and be like, hey, it's our family over our cousin's family. You don't know what's going to happen. And I think that's what makes the intrigue of everything going on because now we're dealing with family dynamics. And I thought that the week prior where Roman showed up on the show, you notice he didn't have a bloodline shirt on. He just had a shirt with himself and Paul Heyman. And that shows a rift within the bloodline. And I think that's those little subtle pieces of storytelling that I kind of wish that I got when I watched Dynamite. Because I don't really get that much little bits of storytelling with that.
I do have a problem with the Sami Zayn shirt, the new one. Because it says Sami in the Polynesian text. But then it's still got the bloodline crest and then the Zayn covering up the bottom bit with crossed out. It just doesn't make sense. Why would you still have the bloodline crest there visible?
Okay, so you guys want to hear something funny? So first day of my jury trial, one of my jurors came in and he was wearing a bloodline shirt. I actually had to say, I threw up the one. I was like, so you was there before Sammy betrayed them. He was like, he just laughed. I was like, we had that moment. But speaking of a moment, this one right here, then and now and forever, Natty came.
Why would you do this?
To the ring.
Why are you doing this? I don't even understand. One looks like a CGI character.
One looks like when you decide to morph everything to make yourself laugh on WWE 2K and make everything look fucked up. And I'm not saying which one it is.
One looks like the Team America World Police action figures.
America. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Canadians kind of say the motherfucking day now. But Eric, when you saw Natty standing in the ring,
where is it
at? Number 3.
Eric, when you saw Natty standing in the ring, what was your immediate thought? Mine was turn the channel.
Marcus.
Oh, are you giving the JBL turn the channel to get talent?
Mine was not turn the channel, Marcus. Mine was. Why did she come out? What did she just buy a whole set of these shower caps to come out? I know she's honoring her father, but at the same time, I don't think we really need any of this in our life. It's just I
think
don't
it's
know.
Too many years of Natty. Natty has never had one story where you're 1,000% invested in. Like, oh, I gotta see what's gonna happen with Natty next. Their big moment in her career is surprise appearance in NXT when she got emotional about that pop. That's literally the highlight of Natty's career.
And then beat up Cora Jade.
And then the whole thing about this whole clever ruse that Shayna and Ronda are at ends with each other, at odds, and that I was like, yeah, you deserve this beat down, but no one cares. No one cares because who cares about Natty?
And then she gets saved by Shotzi, who hasn't done anything.
Why did Shotzi come out there?
Yeah,
Shotzi should have stayed her ass backstage.
Yeah, and I don't think they create a rift between Ronda. Ronda made her return. It didn't seem like a big deal at all, but Ronda's back. And her, Shayna, I hope could continue to pursue the women's tag team titles, which the crowd will prefer to see the broken up Toxic Attraction win those titles.
Shout out to WWE making $1 million. $1 million. Oh, the kick to the shoulder heard around the world.
I really don't even think it hit the shoulder, but the kick to the face.
Oh, I won't talk about that. Yeah, that was brutal. So man,
I'll beat your ass on TV if you hit me like that.
Show overlay number 3 is missing for me. That's why I can't find it.
How could it be missing for you?
I don't know. It's not there. It's missing.
What are you talking about?
I don't care about talking about Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville versus Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. I would like to talk about the main event of them earning an Intercontinental title match against Gunther, who was sitting in the skybox. Someone gave him a skybox. We had Karrion Kross, we had Rey Mysterio, we had Madcap Moss, and we had Santos Escobar. And I would like to give people credit because I knew one thing about Karrion Kross for Wade Barrett is that what Karrion Kross was used to keep the luchadors in line. And I was like, damn it, he's keeping Ray and he's keeping Santos in line. And Madcap should have never won, but he won. The one guy I didn't think was going to win won the match. And it wasn't because Emma was down there and she bought him new clothes, Manny. Is that why he won?
I don't know. I don't know.
Why did this close the show?
Yeah, I thought at least something interesting would have ended the show. I didn't think I needed to see Madcap Moss win a main event on SmackDown because all we know is he's going to get murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you're someone that just feeds somebody to it, Madcap Moss is a good opponent. It's, save these other guys for another feeding on a different
Marcus,
day.
This is fucked up, but WWE could have did a ticker like AEW just told me Madcap Moss won this match because I don't care. Like if you would have told me it was Santos versus Gunther, I would have been excited. But
there was a nice little backstage segment that was online between Santos and Rey Mysterio after the match, where Santos was like, "I wanted to take your legacy, but I have to show respect," and he gave him his mask that he was wearing. And then Ray gave him one of his. And it was a really nice little segment.
Yeah,
all in character.
TV.
Yeah, that should have been on TV, and there should have been something else. SmackDown.
Meanwhile, TMZ reports that Rey Mysterio is at airport refusing to give autograph. I refused to watch that video because I was like, if I'm Rey Mysterio, fuck you. Leave me alone.
Down. I know there's nobody watching this right now, but this is a rare.
No one has watched this. This is an absolute zero. Why am I here for this?
This is a rare occurrence, though. But Marcus,
our views match our bald heads.
Marcus, the reason why nobody's watching this is because you did the unthinkable, Marcus. You decided to turn on and watch some Rampage, Marcus. So it started off, Marcus, with Blackpool Combat Club going against Kip Sabian, the Blade, and the now shaved Butcher, Marcus, at 2 times speed. Did you enjoy this trios match? You ain't gonna run that easy, brother. You let me know. What did you think of this opening match?
It happened, and I don't know why. I don't know why this match was occurring. I don't understand this team of Sabian and who else was there?
It was Kip Sabian, the Butcher, and the Blade.
Yeah, the bald Butcher now. I didn't even know he lost his hair.
He looked like a pirate. He looked like a pirate when he shaved his head.
So, Marcus, Manny, Manny, did you watch Rampage?
This is the reason I say pass on Rampage. They didn't even get entrances.
Well, you need to guess where I stopped watching Rampage.
Okay, but now, so Marcus, now we had this trios match for you, Marcus. Now, was this better or worse than the segment with the Practical Jokers with the Jericho Appreciation Squad?
Ooh, you throwing shit at me, this show of all the episodes of Rampage might be one of the worst episodes of Rampage. I want to put this on the planet. I want this in paper. I want it to be a fact. I want Brett Favre to sue me because I'm about to say some shit about this.
Oh yeah, Brett Favre suing Pat McAfee.
Yeah, what the fuck? Get out of here. Get out of here, Brett. You fucking...
Brett, you stole that money and you know you did.
You welfare stealing fool. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Brett's not alone because the reports are Russell's charity ain't gave nobody no money either.
Yeah, come on, Ted DiBiase, Brett, and Brett Favre. Stop stealing money. Allegedly. Oh... Yeah, go back to your question. I enjoyed the 6-man tag match over the Impractical Jokers stealing a Floyd and then getting beat up to get the Floyd back.
Okay, so surprisingly, I thought Dustin's Road promo towards Swerve, I was actually entertained by this. I was like, I don't understand how they got to this blood feud, but Manny, how? Why are we at this point of Swerve and Dustin? Like literally, this is some racist shit right here. I feel like it's some undertones.
Yeah, I want to tell you a fun. Oh,
went
you
to
went
Manny,
to Manny.
but
Go
Manny
ahead.
didn't
I'm sorry. Go to Manny.
This is where I turn off Rampage.
I knew it. I knew when
I
Eric
didn't
brought
even
it up. I went, yeah.
I didn't even know Swerve turned up in that segment. When he started claiming that it was a blood feud, he disrespected the Rhodes family, and I was like, why? How did it get to this level?
Manny, Swerve didn't show up. He sent them white boys to beat up Dustin.
He sent Tyler Hero and what's the other white guy on Miami?
But at the same time, this is one of the few stories that are going on in AEW, and I was intrigued by it. I was like, this is what I need. Give me the story.
Let me tell you this. I called up Cody Rhodes right after that and said, "Thank you, Cody. You're my favorite Dustin Rhodes son." My Roman Reigns' son I always wanted. But I had no idea the segment was going on because Dustin gave me that. I understood what was going on. But everything he was talking about, Dustin, I don't want to see this shit. Hey, I don't want to see you and Swerve. Where's Keith Lee and his fat ass stomach that got the cinder block on it? I want to know if he's okay, damn it.
So, Manny, you should be extremely grateful to Dustin Rhodes that he made you turn it off. Because at this point, it just went downhill from there. Because then we get Ruby Soho versus Barefoot Marina Shafir. Marcus, I don't know.
Why she took off her shoes.
I don't know.
They explained it. She's preparing it like a regular MMA fight or a jiu-jitsu master or whatever the fuck she is. And I was like, I don't care.
But then,
Why
Marcus,
do this? Why do this?
But Marcus, then they included probably I would say one of the worst turns in professional wrestling because I still don't understand. No, it's the turn of Tony Storm and Saraya trying to be bad girls and do stuff. Like they came out there and they attacked people, and then Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker made. I was just like, there's a lot of stuff because apparently Jamie Hayter and Britt was trying to recruit Ruby Soho. I got very confused what was going on. Marcus,
you did at one point.
I'm trying to understand what's going on when I watch Dynamite and stuff. But Marcus, I've seen Dynamite, but no one had explained to me why Tony Storm and Sarai decide they need to be bad girls and they're spray painting L's on people.
They hate AEW originals, so anyone that's an AEW original is a loser, is what we got from Dynamite.
Hey, I need to take you back to circa 2010 when ECW was born again, and the new breed had to wrestle the old breed. So just imagine, instead of Tommy Dreamer and Boss Mahoney, imagine seeing
Boss Mahoney. You can't bring up that name just like that.
You got Tommy Dreamer and Boss Mahoney on one side, and you have D'Angelo De Niro on one side, and Sylvester Kai on the other. Those are some old ass names and people probably going, what the fuck is going on here?
I mean, like, for me, Briscoe finally made it on AEW television and they let Mark talk. And I still don't know what Mark was talking about. And why did they include Mark Sterling in this situation so he can make money? I was like, stop. Just stop. You're killing me, Larry. You're killing me.
Then, I don't appreciate their ploy to try to gain ratings by exploiting Jay Briscoe's death. They said Mark Briscoe speaks. He's not even live in the arena.
Then we go and get a singles match of Jungle Boy Jack Perry going against Dolph Ziggler's brother.
Speaking of Jungle Boy, it just looks like you're just carrying a banana on you. I don't know why. I'm out. I feel like we're watching Shark Tank and we all decide to go. I'm out at certain points.
Manny, it gets worse, man. It gets worse.
I feel like we're watching an episode of The Voice and no one's turning around in their chair.
So after Jungle Boy defeat Ryan, Dolph's brother, Brian Cage comes out and we have a non-verbal challenge. I think he challenged Jungle Boy. We're not what. Maybe he's gonna put Jungle Boy in the cage. I don't know.
Hey, I just realized what Brian Cage gonna do to Jungle Boy. Brian Cage can't beat up nobody. He's lost to every single body he's ever wrestled in his life. What he gonna do? I don't care if you got all the muscles. You stink. You suck. You're a loser. That's like telling me Takashka is a credible wrestler. No, you lose every week. You stink. You suck. You're a loser.
Takashka got a win 2 weeks ago. Then we had Ortiz.
Eric, only to make him credible to lose to MJF.
Well, yes, I understand what it was for. So then we have Ortiz, who apologizes for what he did with Eddie Kingston, but at the same time, they're going to fight so they can figure out what's going on because they have. I was like, this makes no sense. It makes
even does Eddie Kingston's tweets, and then he apologizes for going too hard later on, saying he's an emotional guy. Get off the Twitter, Eddie Kingston.
And
Guys,
then
we have commentary for the Lumberchat. Cage is a muscle up buster.
that's true. But El Luchador,
We have a viewer now.
how do you even justify this main event of this contravesty? I made up a word, contravesty.
That's a
Orange
word.
Cassidy.
That sounds like something that Travis Scott is involved in.
Versus Tiger Style himself, Lee Moriarty. The thing is, I guess it was a comedy main event. I'm not really sure what the placement was, but I was more upset with the ending of the match. You have great Tiger Ali scene, because I don't know his name. He comes out to the ring as a clever ruse.
You not calling somebody Tiger Ali C made forget the man's name. And I know what his name was. It's Skyscraper. Isn't he Skyscraper Shaky?
I don't know what his name is.
Is he Roger Singh?
But he comes, might be the great Dalsim for all I know. He comes to the ring as a distraction.
You're going too far.
Now you went too far. You crossed the line.
As a distraction.
You crossed the line, E40.
The one time I watched Rampage all the way to the end, I had to see Jeff Jarrett again on my television in 2023 attacking a grown man. And I think it's leading to a match.
You know, I thought Jeff Jarrett was not on my radar this week, and then I decided to watch Rampage, where I got more Jeff Jarrett.
To AEW's credit, I would say that MJF has become a better wrestler. His match where he defeated
might be the most accurate description of Rampage ever. When you go in like, oh, I wonder how this X-Men's gonna turn out. And you may get X2 or Day of the Future Side of First Class or the original X-Men, but then some days you may get The Last Stand, X-Men Apocalypse, and Dark Phoenix. And you just go, damn.
Let me ask a question,
or Wolverine Origins.
Which one was worse?
Dark Phoenix.
Okay, I would agree. Because I'm still mad that they beat Apocalypse mentally. Spoilers.
They have my favorite scene ever with Charles Xavier being dragged out of his wheelchair up some stairs. I don't know why that made me laugh.
Because Marcus,
you're a sick motherfucker.
I know. I was like, oh, she got him laid in the chair. Why would you do this? Why would you do this?
Marcus,
the fact that you had to ask yourself that question is more concerning, if you ask me.
My favorite thing about Dark Phoenix is that they already tried the Phoenix Saga in The Last Stand. It didn't work. They say, let's run that back with Dark Phoenix. And it doesn't work again. I'm sure Disney's going to take their shot at the Dark Phoenix Saga as well.
So, Dynamite gave me a women's title match that I didn't know if I needed in my life, and I still don't. It was Jamie Hayter versus the Bunny. Oh wait, or was this a qualifying match? I don't know.
It was.
The Bunny's dead. That's what happened.
They call it a eliminator match.
Yeah, the Bunny's dead because of this match. Died in a commercial break.
Yeah, so reports are saying that she's got a concussion and possibly a broken orbital bone.
Oh,
I guess you better make a rabbit stew now because she's done.
Yeah, you know what, Jamie Hayter, I said it before and I say it before, she's been dangerous. But then again, a lot of times, a lot of these AEW women matches, man, they don't know what they doing. I just feel like they're out there faking it. I feel like they out there play fight like if we're kids in the parking lot. And it's like, just, oh yeah, we play fighting. And then one of them get hurt. Like the same thing can happen here.
It doesn't seem like it's a safe working environment. But I will say that Danielson versus the Bull was a very entertaining match. And I'm just like, although Rush is not working out like he once was.
Okay.
Roosh. I still thought it was a really, really good match.
Okay. All right. Because I think we're done. We're done with the people that the 5 people Bryan Danielson must beat before he goes to heaven or whatever the hell he's doing.
Yeah. No, Margaret. I like to call it the typical MJF storyline. It's like you have to climb up the ladder like you just reliving a Bruce Lee movie. Come up the
Or
ladder steps.
You go to the Ghost of Christmas Past, Present, and Future, or whatever he got to do to get the MJF. Who was your favorite Bryan Danielson match? Because they've all relatively good.
They're all been good. It's just that, my whole thing was like, I just didn't want, like, the whole buildup. It's like, this is always the way that you have to fight MJF. And that always bothers me. It's like, you have to defeat all these people I pay money to get stuff and stuff like that. But I really thought this last match was really, because I like Roosh. And I think that Roosh is somebody that they signed without an idea of what they were going to do with him, or maybe the idea they were going to use him with Andrade didn't work out.
They have no idea what they're doing with him.
Yeah, and Andrade. All three of those guys are the exact same person to them, and they're not done. Manny, which one was your favorite?
I think the first one, which I can't even remember who it was, but like, he wasn't injured. Like they continued this story going on as the matches went on, that he's now gradually getting more injured. So like when you look at it, the one where he was fresh, I think that was probably the best one. Which I can't remember who it was. It could have been Takeshita.
I think it was Brian Cage.
I think Brian Cage was maybe the second one.
It was someone before Brian Cage?
Yeah, I remember because he slapped him. I remember like there was a backstage segment where he slapped him, where MJF slapped him and gave him money, and then Prince Nana was like, think of the money.
I think it was Brian Cage first, yeah. So, a match that disappointed me that was entertaining, but like I
guess I don't get to answer my own
Go ahead.
question.
It was your question. I thought when you asked
it was Bandito. It was Bandito.
Who they also signed with no idea of what they were going to do with him.
I haven't seen him since.
Yeah.
He's on Dark. Turn it on.
He's just like 90% of other the most talented wrestlers in the world. You could be Cesaro. You could be Bandito. You could be Roosh. You could be Lee Moriarty.
Hey, you remember when Daniel Garcia had a lot of momentum going on in the game?
Yeah. You know who gonna have that same? You know who has that same path for them? Action Andretti. I see you and Dante Martin all on Dark.
Action Andretti's done. That thing's done.
Hey Marcus, let me be honest. I think it's disrespectful that you try to even mention Action Andretti. I don't think it got over the way that they wanted it to.
Yeah, but who's your AEW wrestler that has went the dark and you go like, I wonder why they're there. Who's on the dark? Who's in the dark? And you wonder, man, they never coming out of that.
Well, I would even go far as to say Miro, because he's gone further than dark. He's gone home.
He's in the abyss. He's in the abyss.
I mean, like, for me, when I think about this, it's like I'm still waiting for a news report to come out that somebody from the Acclaim has failed a drug test or got some type of criminal charges pressed against them, because I'm still trying to understand the title change that took place on Dynamite, because I don't understand why the Guns now can say they are champions.
I would like to still answer my question and go with Eddie Kingston is probably my favorite. That I don't understand why he is not featured in prominent storylines. Everybody loves Eddie Kingston. The crowd loves him. Just disappeared with Ortiz.
And shout out to wherever Santana's at. He might be swimming in the fishes.
Oh, he's injured.
Oh, but I thought he quit.
No, he's injured and he's out. I think his contract expired and he's injured. And he's never worked with Ortiz again, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah, that tag team's done.
So CM Punk's coming back.
Who?
CM Punk's supposed to be coming back.
To where?
Dynamite.
Damn, they're that desperate?
Well, they haven't canceled his contract.
Yeah, they haven't bought him out yet. Bill coming back.
Hey, they might need him. I don't know, man. Like,
well, it's not going to pop a rating, so I don't think they do need
but like,
him.
because like when you think,
he
about,
would.
like,
They get back to over 1 million. They don't do over 1 million without CM Punk every single week.
No, because when you really think about this situation, they had to make a choice between CM Punk or the Elite, and they kind of chose the Elite.
They did more than shows. They sucked. They acknowledged the Elite.
They think, and now we're in a situation where I feel like the Bucks are holding Kenny back.
They are holding Kenny back, and also these trios titles are, because like let me just.
I like Japanese Kenny.
in this situation,
We all love Japanese Kenny.
I would have been extremely excited if they would have dropped the trios titles to Top Flight and AR Fox. Like, you guys are executives. You guys don't need these titles. Let Kitty be free. Let Kitty go and challenge for a real meaningful title. Like,
Okay.
do something.
Okay. I know you want to jump into the Acclaim and talk about why they lost.
I don't.
We covered this on Thursday. No. I know you did because you brought it up and I went back to the other
I was just
conversations
upset,
about the
Marcus.
people
I
on
was
Dark.
upset.
I just want to say this. Hikuleo beat Matt Jay White last night in Japan, which means Jay White is out of New Japan. Where does this fool show up? Yeah.
AEW. He
AEW.
belongs in. He'll probably do
He
some
does
work in
not
Impact.
belong there. I don't think he
does
belongs there.
He does belong there.
He does not belong there.
Yeah, Marcus.
If there's ever a WWE type of wrestler that talks way too much shit, it is Jay White. He is the new leader of the OC. Now that AJ Styles is gone.
Yeah, but at the same time, I just don't think he's going to fit because I think he is just too similar to Seth. Even with Seth being kind of crazy as he is.
You could potentially put him on SmackDown, but then he's never gonna reach that main card situation because he's always going to be a mid carder if he's on SmackDown.
I mean, and Marcus, I would also think that the WWE roster, they don't need anybody right now.
They do. They're going to cut some people, Eric. You know it. There's a middle ground there that you want to. You know you're done with your Dolph Zigglers.
Arguably, they did their best signing when they signed Cody Rhodes. I mean, like, that's actually a signing that did something. Like,
yeah. Is that
I
your?
wouldn't be surprised if Ibushi showed up in AEW, but I just don't know.
We're at the trade deadline. You know, after Wrestle Kingdom, we're at the wrestling trade deadlines where we get the big free agency signings of where's Jay White, Ibushi, and FTR going.
And I know people are going to consider, they're going to say this is hate when I say this, but I don't know if AEW knows how to do any other thing but sign people and then put them on Dark. I don't think they know how to sign and use people because, like, they have signed some great talent. Like, Bandito was amazing. The few matches I've seen him when he fought Bryan Danielson, I was on board with Bandito. I haven't seen him since, and I think that's a tragedy.
Well,
and it's like the people that
the Ring of Honor champion Cesaro's around.
Yeah, I mean,
he's hardly around. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean.
I mean, we have this a Blackpool Combat Club that they barely even show up. It's just they are a mess. It is not hate. They produce great wrestling matches. Dynamite on Wednesday, it's some of the best wrestling you could ever see. However, it's a lot of wrestling without any contacts. It's just we're gonna go out there, have a great match, and I think that's great, right?
Yeah, my main problem with AEW is that, like El Luchador said, Tony Khan gets hard on hiring people and then just forgets about them. Like, it does seem like that. It's all these people. There's all these people that I go, they are not featured on a daily basis at all. Whether you're Cesaro, Adam Cole came back, Eric. Do you remember that?
He did.
Does anybody remember Adam Cole came back and said he's going to be better than ever and he's been cleared?
No, but instead of seeing a great Bandito match, I have a freaking Jericho Appreciation Society match where, once again, somebody else is running through a gauntlet to face somebody. It's like it's the same repeat storyline with different people, and I'm sick of it.
No, I'm very much tired of the MJF situation, the MJF formula. Because once Bryan Danielson's done, are we going to do it again? Like, yes. You can't keep doing this. It's going to get tired. You need, not that they need a figure of like a general manager or something, but you need someone there to be like, no, you can't do this. You're defending the title tonight. Fuck you.
Yeah, like the whole graphic that they put up that MJF is contractually obligated to appear. And I'm like, I don't care. Like,
yeah, but like he fought Takashka and like Tony Khan made that match. I was like, why can't he just make the Bryan? Why does Bryan Danielson got to jump through hoops? He's the only one on this show jumping through hoops to get a title shot. Fucking Lee Moriarty has no claim to the All Atlantic title. Darby Allin had got his ass beat by Samoa Joe. Took a week off and then got another title shot to win the title.
Hey, Hey, but WWE, you ain't exempt.
The ass boys.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You know,
and
WWE
Madcap Moss should not be in that fatal
No,
four-way.
but you know what? WWE ain't innocent either because they did some bullshit where Lita just showed up in that epic cage match that you was looking for, Marcus. You've been waiting
That was Raw 30. That was Raw 30 business. That was Raw 30 business. She was always going to show up. She was always going to show up there. That was Raw 30 business. That's why I allowed Lita to be there. That was going to be in the middle of the show of Raw 30. And
Eric, don't be surprised. Trish Stratus turns up on Raw on Monday.
Yeah. I mean,
it's time to rock and roll.
Oh.
But you know, honestly, my favorite thing that took place on Monday Night Raw is probably somebody no one else cares about but me. But I was like, how am I supposed to take Candice LeRae seriously when she had to be protected by Misha and when Piper Niven was destroying her against she was about to rape her into prison. That's what she was about to do. Don't you get in my way of my title shots. And I was like, man.
No, rape in prison is the worst type of rape.
Well, that's what Dominic brought up on TV.
I don't even know what that means, but I just felt like that was funny to say.
The views of Marcus Grand Finale are of his own, not the Sharpshooters.
Don't worry, no one's viewing up to hear my views.
Her business is back.
If I were to title this episode anything, as we went to changing the title to everything, I would call it The View, because the one person is viewing this show. We can't say plural.
Well, you know, and so since then, we probably going to lose this one person because I guess I got to talk about NXT. I do not like JD Madonna. I don't. However, him and Melo had a very entertaining match. And the fact when he kicked Melo's
I'm not sure you said that name correctly.
Huh?
I'm going to allow it. It sounded incorrect coming out of his mouth, but I think he said it correct. But I think he said it right. I don't know. I was just expecting you to say JD something else, and you said
McDonough.
It. Maybe
you know I have my Irish accent, but when he kicked the
imaginary, 100% accurate. What the fuck?
When he kicked the imaginary ball out of Melo's when he was bouncing the ball, I was like, I would have did that shit too. It was so petty. And then surprisingly, the storyline about Kiana James, you know, talking to somebody else.
Oh my God!
Come on, man! It's a story.
I give two little shits who she was talking to on the other end of that phone. And Philly Hallie need to shut the fuck up.
Marcus,
you old snitching ass, no good piece of shit.
Hey,
let Philly have a side piece.
Marcus, 3 weeks ago you didn't give a shit about Sol Roca, but now you do.
Excuse me.
You did.
I did. I have been on the Soul Train my whole life.
No, Marcus, 2 weeks ago, she was just Sol Ruka. This week, she is independent black woman Sol Ruka.
Yeah, I mean,
no, excuse me, please. I did not just call her independent black woman. I call her my Nubian princess. Okay.
Marcus,
I believe also, I think on Tuesday you may have called her black ass Sol Ruka.
You probably did. Marcus and Betty, Dabakado's back. I mean, Dante Chen. I think Dante Chen has less wins than anybody in AEW. I don't think he ever won a match.
That man takes jobs. That man does jobs. That man does jobs.
Him and Amari Miller do jobs.
Yeah, they're over there doing that. Or Guru Raj.
Isla Dawn being a snitch, trying to let everybody know that Taylor Paxley.
How do you get JD Madonna name right, and then you call her Isley Dawn like she's a member of the Isley Brothers?
Hold on, Eric.
You talk about her like she's an Isley Brother album, but she called Isley Brothers Dawn.
Eric, and I firmly believe these are the types of books you read, the witch detectives. So leave that alone, because you know you want to read that book.
I probably will. But like, do you guys think that Miss Paxley is the one who took out old girl in the parking lot?
I got shoulders.
I'd keep accusing till they work out as me.
It was shoulders. Shoulders broke bad, and that's why she can't do her dirt no more with Electric Lopez. Is that she's killed a woman before?
So Manny, let me ask a question. Shannon Stacks, where you at with Stacks? Because it seems like Tony can't fight no more for some reason.
How can you be an underboss and have no employees?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't
You're the
know.
only. You've got the boss and the underboss. There's
Who are
no
you
other
bossing?
employees in this group. It doesn't make sense.
I enjoyed Pretty Deadly versus Chase U. They had lost their smile, but they got it
the
back.
dystopian future for them that they were miserable and they got their mojo back.
They got their groove back.
Yeah.
And then Sean threw Marty through a pane glass window, and JC kicked Gigi through a fucking door.
So yeah, I was hoping that door broke, but then they smashed that. That kick was so violent.
Marcus,
not the first one.
No, Marcus, the door did break. That's how violent it was, because she put it that the door bit underneath. Like, she fucked her up.
No, so this was apparently supposed to. So she was supposed to be thrown through the door, and the door was just supposed to swing open, but that didn't happen. Someone shut the door behind them, and so they had to.
It was fire.
So they had to change it up in the moment. I don't think Gigi was supposed to get that boot to the face.
I don't think she was. But let me tell you, it brought some more authenticity to that segment, because that first kick to the shoulder was not it. It was not it.
No, the last kick actually saved the segment, saved the breakup. Because as violent as Janetti was going through that barbershop window, that was as violent as that JCJ's kick to Gigi, if not more violent.
And you know what the sad part about
Is she Janetti? Is she a Janetti? Is Gigi Janetti, Eric?
Yes, because Gigi was being gullible and dumb. She didn't see it coming. She did not see it coming. I saw the turn.
So you have Gigi Dolan being the Janetti of the Toxic Attraction.
Marcus, I've been Team JCJ even when you guys were blocking her out. You can go back and check the tapes. Check them. You guys always talk about no one cares about JCJ. It's all about Gigi. I was the one. I did that. Now was she?
Yeah, you were the one because you were the one because you felt jealous of the trio. Because you felt like you were the JC Jane of the situation.
Manny, it makes no difference if I found common ground with JCJ. The fact is that I picked her. It doesn't matter to me. It's true.
Eric walks into the show like this.
Yeah, Manny, don't let me show up to your house. You get kicked in the shoulder and get kicked into a door. That's what I'll do.
Your leg can't go that high. You may have lost weight, but your leg can't go that high.
You'd be surprised at how high my leg can go.
I'll sweep your leg from underneath you, Eric.
I really don't want to see any of you guys in your legs together, okay? I don't want to see you guys scissoring each other, trying to kick each other, all right?
Fuck them winning the titles again, AEW. The Claim was the one good thing you guys had going.
Well, you have to wait, Ellen. Look at the title. We have John J. Uso. We cover Ice Madcap versus Bell. We're not Super Bowl predictions. We're still in the Madcap era.
And unfortunately, I would rather pick Rihanna's Open and So than whoever wins the Super Bowl. Lift me up. That's what I'm going with, y'all. I'm calling it now. She's
got to lift me up.
And then we go break it to S&M, which they're not gonna do. What her best song?
1000%, baby. I am 100% going with All of the Lights, the Kanye West song that started off very briefly, and then we just go through a barrage of her hits like Umbrella and
we better not get Pawn
else.
to Replay. I do not like Pawn to Replay.
You getting Pawn to Replay? You getting
Why? What's
Rude
your
Boy?
beef with Pawn to Replay?
Not a big fan of Pawn to Replay. Shantae also agrees with me. Not one of our favorite songs.
Get some work.
Because you could tell that's when they were trying to make her something instead of letting her be who she was. Beyonce had to say, hey, man, she's a star. Make her a star. And that's what she did. Beyonce, man, that's what she do. Making people stars.
All right, so also Super Bowl prediction. What do you think will be the low? Give me your synopsis of what's going to happen to the Super Bowl, Eric. Give me the score. Give me the worst part of the Super Bowl. Give me the thing that people are going to be at the water cooler or on Twitter talking about. Because no one goes to the water cooler. They bitching more to you on Twitter
Marcus,
now.
They're going to take the field. They're going to get some first downs. They're going to get some touchdowns. They're going to be some penalties. And somebody at the end of the game is going to win. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, what a breakdown. Thank you, Greg Anthony. Appreciate that breakdown. Manny, what are your predictions for the Super Bowl?
I say that the Eagles take an early lead, but the Chiefs will come out and win it in the end.
All right. My first prediction is none of our teams will win the Super Bowl.
None.
This will be the first time 2 black quarterbacks take the field, and 1 black quarterback will be the MVP of the game.
But will it be one who is more black than up? No, they're both very light skinned, so it don't matter.
Well, it's the one with the funny voice or the one with the normal voice.
The one that sounds like a frog is going to win the Super Bowl.
The question is, Eric Bellamy, is that the guy? He's still with the Chiefs, right?
I thought he was Bill Bellamy. Sorry.
No, the black guy, he's still with the Chiefs, or did he get a job in Tampa Bay?
All I know is that Keiko is going to win the Super Bowl.
A Kelsey Marcus?
Oh, I said Keiko, huh?
I don't know
Kelsey.
who that is.
Travis Keiko. Who's that? What's that name in my head?
So the question is, will Eric Bellamy...
I got the Chiefs.
Will he get another Super Bowl
Look at
win?
this bad football analysis.
Or will he get a job next year? Because he can't get hired for some reason. What's the over-under?
I got the score being very low. I got 23 to 20, 23 to 42. That's not that low, but I got the Chiefs whooping ass.
So Marcus, I have another more important question for you as we stall time in 10 minutes over, and Manny's probably not. Marcus, Paul George has gone on the record to say that he would love to be reunited with Russell Westbrook. Marcus, would you like to see Russell in the blue and red and white, Marcus? Would you like to see him be a Clipper?
Yeah. All you think about are titties. Dripping titties with milk.
Answer the question, Marcus. Don't dodge this question, because you guys gave up on John Wall and did the coldest thing and traded his ass back to the team that didn't want him. Did you just in your screen? I'm really concerned.
Well, it was a joke on you. All you think about is titties, and then I just start talking about big giant titties with breast milk leaking, and me going, come here. No, it's just stupid. But no, Eric, I do not want Russell breast milk on my team.
Why? Y'all don't have a point guard. I mean, you guys gave up on Reggie. You gave up on John.
We don't need them type of problems, okay? According to one person in the Lakers locker room, it was like removing a vampire. I don't think it's that serious.
No, someone went there with garlic and a steak.
He pulled up in a coffin. He going blah. LeBron blah.
Rob Pelinka just went on the record and said it is unfair to put all the Lakers' struggles on Russ. And I think that is also true. Russ showed up, and he was professional to the last week.
And can I tell you something? What? It's unfair because it's all Rob Pelinka's fault.
But let me also tell you something.
He brought him there.
If I was Russ, and Russ we know is sensitive, when LeBron went on the record and said that, we missed out on a one-lifetime type of talent, I would have been pissed too if I was Russ. Shit, who the hell are you?
Yeah, also, shout out to Patrick Beverly, who thought we were reuniting the team, only to be shipped off to Orlando.
The best flip ever, Mo Bamba for Pat Bev. Okay, would you take Pat Bev back on the Clippers, though, Marcus?
I would, because that dude is a true villain. I love me some villains, man. That is the best villain in all the sports.
Anyway, I think we have done enough because Manny is back to checking his score. He probably wants to go to sleep or order him some Greg's, because we all know Greg's makes Marcus happy. Hey,
I'm calling that guy White Marcus because that guy loved some Greg's. It was like a different universe of Marcus and Earth 2.
You can't even say it.
Let me tell you something. I love the fact that Manny was so not engaged in the NBA conversation, but I bring up Greg's. He got hyper. He talked about the guy.
No, because it was like Marcus. I sent the video to Marcus, you and Marcus, and I'm not sending you videos ever again because you never respond. You evil person.
Trial.
Manny has emotions too. Okay.
Yeah, I have emotions, Eric. Just you need to just double click it and go, I like this, at least something. But then it was the guy. The guy saw Jesus when he did the fight.
Sexy, Manny. Very sexy.
Yeah. There you go, Manny. There you go.
It's too late now.
It's never too late.
It's
Never too late. Never too late. Well, it's too late now. Anyway, we hope you guys. Well, you know what, El Luchador, we appreciate you being a real one. Thank you for joining us. If we had anything to give you, we would give it to you, and you would won the prize because you won the contest. But you won our admiration. You survived the gauntlet. Next week, if you hear, you get the face.
You survived the gauntlet. Now you must pay us money.
Now you.
Next week, you have to face the Boo Boo Bear and a phone call in or something.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep giving you gauntlets of random people that. Eric, here's a segment of speaking of gauntlets.
Oh no!
Me and Manny were workshopping this in the first 2 minutes of our show, or last 2 minutes, or whatever we have extra time.
As Manny said, the first 30 seconds before you go live is the best time of creativity.
That's our brainstorming, and then
the last 5 minutes before we go live is the most dangerous moment for creativity.
Yeah, and then the after the hour mark is where you just get random conversations, which prompted Manny to beatbox Charlotte Flair's theme song. And then we decided to open up the challenge of each week one of us has to sing a wrestler's theme song, and someone has to guess which one it is.
There's only one song I know any words to, and you guys will guess it right away.
You don't have to sing it, you can hum it.
You don't have to sing, you can hum it. Just do the instrumental. That's Randy Orton. There he talked to me.
Yeah. I mean,
Jesus Christ, that was terrible.
No, it's terrible.
Why would you make it sound like that? It sounded like Baker was singing it.
Marcus,
that
when
could
you're
have been anything,
tone deaf,
that
you
could have
can't
been-
make anything sound good.
He almost
I
made
know
that sound
that.
like, you're not enough for me.
Just another man in love with me.
Hey, man, you know.
Well, that was really good. I don't know why we decided. I think we need to take this barbershop quartet on the road where we just sing wrestling themes.
Let me tell you something. If we go back to about 10 years ago, we hated Michelle McCool, but now I'm okay with Michelle McCool.
I never hated Leiku.
No, Margaret, I
never
didn't
hated
say Leiku. I said Michelle McCool. It's a difference. Because we
I like them
already
both.
know that
They're
you
always
are
fun.
racist, Marcus, because we see how you've turned on Soul Roka as soon as you saw her on the Black History Month poster.
I'm just saying, I think that she's a very talented and beautiful woman.
And I
out
still
there,
can't believe
overachieving in these harsh times and climates.
I was still shocked that Zoe Stark was not on that poster.
She got dirty blood though. She got dirty blood. I don't know what she is. I don't know what she is, brother. But she got something in her.
Hey, I swore she was related to Ricky. I thought.
She darker than Soul Roka to me.
And next week, tune to NXT, we find out who attacked the Nikita Lyons in that parking lot. We're going to keep having
We're never gonna
investigation.
find out till she's healed.
I mean, I just need to have a segment with
I need a lineup.
about she ain't no snitch.
I want a lineup.
why
NXT
is no
is
one
silly
in
enough
the
to give
Wendy
me a lineup.
Wendy Chu had the clearest view out of everyone. Why is Wendy?
Yeah.
No one's spoken to Wendy Chu.
Oh, but
I tell you, this is the segment I want. I want Nikita Lyons in a wheelchair and embracing her leg up as she goes through the lineup as they repeat the line, "I got you, bitch," or something that everybody must say.
I just want to also point out that Mackenzie Mitchell only cared about 1 week of doing any type of journalistic investigation because this week she did not care. She did not follow up.
The case done went cold.
Because literally, I don't understand.
They better
how
bring
Nikita
in the
don't know who
medium.
attacked her. It's not like they had a sack over her head.
I want Big Body Harvey to return next week. Bring him back.
I do miss Big Body Javi.
I do miss him, yep. And I want Hank off my TV, the security guard.
Well, he got new wrestler attire, Marcus. Let me ask you
Kiss
this
my
question,
ass.
though. Marcus, would you suspend Grayson Waller?
He's out his damn mind interviewing the media call.
Oh,
We're having a media call. We're having a media call, damn it.
I should also ask you guys this question. How do you guys feel about Dabba-Kato bringing SmackDown beef down to NXT with Apollo Crews? I don't know.
Came over here with this drama.
Eric, I'd be furious at him too if he left me in obscurity. He just left me. I'm gonna do my own thing in NXT. You, bro.
Dabba-Kato explained why he did what he did, and he said Apollo knows what he did to me, and I think I figured it out. And it's not just because he changed his name to a Commander Aziz and he was carrying a spear and they were really a stupid gimmick. I would say it is that he learned that Apollo has the vision to see the foresight, and he realized that they were not going nowhere. He saw that. You could have told us we weren't doing shit. And this is what you did. I was killing it up on the underground.
He got pages from his journal and said, Dabakato ain't shit, but I'm going to have him keep carrying his spear. Oh, shout out to Damian Priest for not knowing what live event he was supposed to be in. Taking him to Money in the Bank. No, wait. It's a limit. I'm so upset. I'm so pissed at you, Edge. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't even speak. But my favorite part of every wrestling show is when when Finn Balor just all of a sudden grabs the microphone and just says, "Let the man speak! Let the man speak!" When the crowd is booing Dominic.
And also,
I don't know why that makes me laugh.
Shout out to a Jamiroquai reference, because that's what he's been doing.
Because
that's what Edge keep doing.
Made of virtual insanity.
Okay, Manny.
Think.
Okay.
You know, like
you and Shantae were singing a song right now.
Yeah. Can I say something about Jamiroquai? I just thought Jamiroquai was lost in his room and he couldn't get out one day. And that's what happened to him and his career. He's like, "God damn, this floor is really tricky. I can't leave my house."
And I know
I played it on Apple Music and then I saw the lyrics, and never has it seemed more apparent today how much we rely on so much social media and technology. Jamiroquai was a visionary.
He was. But now
back
my
in
thing
'96.
is, I need someone to contact Beth Phoenix and let me know her workout scheme, because them shoulders right there, man. She was on swole. I mean,
Took
She's doing the Hulk workouts. She's doing the Hulk workouts.
I was like, that can't be that looking like a I don't even know what that is. The boots, the red pants, look like she was part of the Heart Foundation.
All I see, baby, and you can check my search history on this one. Lunch lady. Show me your prison tax, baby.
Eric, this is Fire Nation.
That is Fire Nation.
That is Fire Nation.
Or it's Edge's bloodline, the Canadian bloodline. Oh, also, shout out to Brock. As Shantae said, when I had her, she says she likes Happy Brock because it shows his personality. Happy Brock is so much better. I mean,
Bobby who?
After 4 to 5 hours of being on top of Sable, he's thinking about another black man. So I don't know if that does anything for her credibility. But
I think that he's just so tired of drying up Sable. He's just trying to keep himself going. Honey, I'm going to go hunt again. Why?
He tried the ice fish, but he was thinking about Bobby Licious. Bobby Licious.
Oh, wow. You take it to
Eric, how would you feel? Eric, I think I would, if I'm Brock Lesnar, I think I have to kick Bobby's ass too when he's told me he got to go talk to my lawyers. When I came up with this half a paragraph contract that I taped up myself, that you said your lawyers got to read, kiss my ass, Bobby. This is one paragraph. Sign this shit.
Marcus, first rule of the game is that you don't let your opponents have control. And that's what they were trying to do. I mean, Bobby just took control from the white man, Marcus. I thought you would appreciate that, considering how you support Sol Roca. Ain't no white man in Black history but go tell me what to do. And that's what Bobby did. You saw how Bobby was dressed. He let his melanin pop with them color schemes. Melanin. It's our month, Marcus.
Eric.
It's our month.
That's right.
Eric, I know what Marcus just did. He's put Sol Ruka on the same pedestal he puts Swerve Scott on.
Yes, he has. It's like Swerve Scott, Sol Ruka, right there.
First of all, she is not on the same pedestal as Swerve Scott. She is on the she is on the pedestal. She is on my I have wrote a book report on Sol Roca already for Black History Month, as well as with my Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, and Harriet Tubman and Sol Roca. Those are my book reports for February this month. I don't know about y'all. Sol Roca made my list, and her daddy too.
Well, at the end of the month, you're doing a solo video of reading those reports out.
But I'm not calling it a solo video, man. I'm calling it a soul video. Can I ask so Rokas Maurice's blood? What the fuck? That came out of nowhere. That is unwelcome. That was really unwelcome.
There it is, Marcus. Tell him what you need to know. Tell Swerve. Talk to Swerve.
That was unnecessary, Eric.
Yeah. Who asked for that?
Eric, why are you choosing violence? Why have you chosen violence?
I have done nothing to you this episode. I have only said positive things. Eric, I think you need to go watch that episode of Retro. Yeah. Again, as I just don't understand. But
Oh.
Avatar 5. The Blue Meanie returns. Let's get the hell out of here, guys.
Yeah.
Let's get the hell out of here.
You ready to get out?
I feel like a Swerve Scott picture's coming up, but let's get the hell out of here.
How you think it's it would not be a Swerve Scott, because Marcus, there's no Swerve Scott picture you can top the one I have right here, because this actually makes me speechless.
No, but,
look at it.
Eric, please stop. They're gonna take us down. Eric, is your wife in the room with you?
She is.
Okay, can you answer this question for me? If she checked your browser, there we go. Strong black woman. I see it. My little snowflake, so broken. Oh, can you ask her if she checked your browser history and it said lunch ladies, sexy lunch ladies, when she leave you in hats? When she leave you?
So, Shante, Marcus wants me to ask you this question. He said, and I quote, I'm trying to get it right. If you checked my browser history and you saw that I was searching for sexy lunch ladies
In hats.
In hats.
In hats. I didn't see that coming.
Oh, this show has really fell off the rails.
In the show.
Lunch ladies, the Hammer, Greg Valentine. Damn. Oh, that's a credit card machine. I thought that was his cell phone, but that could have been his cell phone too.
He got a Palm Pilot. Oh my God! Was he checking for ghosts with that thing? Oh man, I did not see that coming, Manny. I almost fucking died on this. Lord. Can I get some more mashed potatoes, Miss Valentine?
No, you can't have no mashed potatoes. We out of spaghetti. Oh, there it is.
But Friday's Pizza Day, Miss Valentine. Also a lunch lady. I've seen this before. Elbow pads and all. But I want to say something about
garbage trucks on his elbow pads.
You know, that's a detail. That's the detail.
Eddie, they were going to try to make money on him.
Can I also say something about Duke the Dumpster Drosy? He is one Duke that I know can fuck. Unlike Duke Hudson, who we all know cannot fuck. Just letting you know.
All right, we should probably end this.
Yeah.
Do we? Because I got one more lunch lady for you guys. Just give me 1 second. Because
No, I don't know how many lunch ladies you looked up.
there you go. Spark plug, baby.
You dare disrespect the hardcore champion? How dare
No,
you
that's
disrespect
Spark plug.
him?
That's Spark plug. That's when he had a good bullet.
I feel like this is lunch lady older fans right now.
Anyway, we have.
I think you can get away with it. I think we started our OnlyFans for said lunch ladies.
Mark, I don't want to have my name
old
associated with
beat
that.
up wrestlers from the 80s and 90s up there. And I think we can get away with this. You put pictures of Crush. I think we can get away with this.
Crush.
Go ahead, Tony. Sign them. Sign them all, Tony.
All right, guys, we out. Peace.
That's my legend. We're not go.
All right, guys.
Oh, we're still here.
Are we gonna make
I'm sorry. I'm laughing about Valentine.
We're gonna make it a full 1:30. We 30 seconds away from 1 hour and 30 minutes of talking nonsense. I think the last 30 minutes of this episode was just God knows.
I just want to say for the record, because Eric, this is how Eric leaves his voicemails. You can contact me at beep 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 whatever phone number, and I want you to have a very good and blessed day. I'll be thinking about you.
I gotta have the beatbox behind it. Give me the beatbox beat, and I'll let you know. Hey, you reached the Sharpshooters. We can't answer your phone right now, but if you leave your name and number, we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Stay blessed, y'all.